Hello, Internet, and welcome to Red Jenny. Thanks for joining us here this lovely Monday evening. We are here to play some Dragon Age TTRPG. We're so excited to have you back after a hiatus last week. Before we jump into our game here, as I'm sure our players just want to wait as long as possible, considering it's not like anything exciting is going to be happening today or anything like that. Before we get into all of that, though, I'll talk about our schedule, what we've got going on this week. We've got lots of shows here at GGK for you to enjoy. Lots of different systems that we run. I think our next regularly scheduled live stream will be tomorrow. That's Tuesday, I believe. And they'll be back with is it a Squire Squad week this week, I believe? Yeah. So they'll be back with Squire Squad. I think they're about to wrap that up, right?
They're
this one the finale.
They're screaming towards
heading
the finale.
toward a finale.
Yeah. So jump on for that. They're playing Masks at 7:00 Eastern time tomorrow. Same place, right here. So stick around and hang out for that tomorrow. The rest of the week, I believe, will be normal. So you can see below our faces our lineup with the return, the second episode of Elegance and Vigilance this Thursday, and then our double header on Saturday of just starting our new season of we're still calling it Strixhaven, right? Yeah, but we're going to be getting into Wild Beyond.
You're the Strixhaven Quintet.
And Ward 47 and stuff too, which I also run. But all of the respective GMs for those games are here so they can talk about those. And we will, I'm going to go ahead and let my players here introduce themselves, talk about who they are, what they do on and off this channel, and who they are playing tonight, starting as always with Van.
That's me. Hi, I'm Van. You can find me on the internets at Savvy Seaworth. Pretty much wherever you can find people on the internets. I'm on Hive, I'm on Instagram, but mostly I am hanging out in the GGK Discord shitposting and streaming on Twitch. I'm live on this channel Thursdays through Mondays, either playing in-games or running them. Like Val mentioned, I run one game currently on this channel, The Queer Chronicles of the Strixhaven Quintet, on Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. We're in the midst of the Witchlight Carnival, and so far it's been a great time, and nothing bad has happened, and nothing bad ever will.
Children in pig masks. What?
Just the one.
Yeah, I mean, that was some creepy little kid shit.
And she was inside a mirror.
That doesn't
and trying
help.
to pull someone through it.
Well, that's one way to interpret it. I saw that she was just offering a service, right?
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
See?
So much moral judgment. You can also find me Sunday nights on twitch.tv/lbhack'emup for one more session of Monster of the Week, and then the return of Dungeons & Dragons and Playthings of the Gods. But tonight I am playing Venehn, who is an elven marksman. The best shot in the party.
Them's fighting words. No, you're probably right. Hey, I'm Christina said.
You want to check the numbers?
No, you're probably right. You can find me all over the internet at Greek Sid, except for on IG, where I'm called Karma. Whatever. I've been on social media for a while. Anyway, you can find me here Thursdays through Mondays, mostly playing in games, except for on Thursdays, where I run our game of Good Society. We had a little bit of D&D thrown in there. It is Elegance and Vigilance, as Val said. We had our first session last week. It was a bonanza. Very excited. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Definitely jump on in since we just started. Thursdays at 7:00 Eastern. Yeah, tonight I am playing Yasmera. Yas is a Kunari Shadow Rogue, the stealthiest one in the party.
Sup, y'all? It's me, Wall, your favorite non-binary slime best friend on the internet. You can find me on the Twitters and other social medias at WALLE132, just like the cute little Disney robot, where you can find me, talk about the stuff that I'm in, and my hyperfixation of the week. It's always going to be One Piece once again, but also Borderlands 3. Doing a nice little replay of that. A nice good time waster and makes the brain go burr. You can find me here on GGK on all the shows that everyone already mentioned, Thursday through Monday, playing in all those games. Come check out Elegance and Vigilance. It was such a great start, and it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something.
Can I make a quick interjection on that? So I was thinking about this while you guys were playing, and I forgot to mention it earlier, so of course I'm going to make it public right now. Your characters, whose names I've forgotten, I'm sorry, but they feel so much like Venehn and Garas wrote them.
Yeah,
like you guys are making a comic book, and those are the characters that you wrote in.
Just wait until you meet their alter egos.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh,
so join us for that.
And I'm doing the voice
Yeah,
everyone loves. I snuck it in.
Yeah, you broke me physically on camera.
I'm gonna let chat guess which one it is.
But also, tonight I am playing Garas, the Elven Duelist, and the stabbiest of the party, actually. Now that I think about it. I've stabbed a lot of people. Yeah.
I should put these on our name cards.
The
Sharpest
stabbiest
shot.
one.
Stealthiest,
Oh, I meant-
stabbiest.
I
Oh, okay.
meant
No,
the-
you have to think of an S one for your character, Sita. No pressure.
Okay. Well, hi, everybody. Well, I'm doing that in the back of my head. I'm Sita. You can find me on the internets at Mr. Wilt. It's really annoying spelling, so you should probably just click on the link down there. You can also find me on Instagram at john.sita, where I show off a bunch of cool pictures of food I make. You can find me here every Monday playing this beautiful game with these beautiful people. You can find me on alternating Tuesdays at 6 o'clock Central. Is that what time my game?
Yes.
I don't know how.
7
time
o'clock
zones work.
Eastern.
7 o'clock
Yeah.
Eastern.
6 o'clock Central.
Central.
5 o'clock
Yeah.
Mountain. 4 o'clock your time.
Yeah, that's right. Playing Escape Velocity. Last week I cut a guy into pieces while doing ballet down a hallway. You can also find me. Man, I'm running out of you can find me bits, guys. It's getting to be a struggle. You can find me waiting in a line to see the new Dungeons and Dragons movie. I guess that's where you can find me also. And
Right behind you.
hi, Mom.
Hi, Jen. Hi, Mom.
And tonight, I will be playing Andros Philippe Bastille de Cartier, also known as Carter, the Wizard of Wonder, and the sexiest one.
Okay. Nobody else
It's a
claimed
stoic,
it.
It's
so.
a stoic charm.
This
It
the
does
most
start with
stoic
S.
of the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello everyone. I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown lurking around the internet. I'm here Thursdays through Mondays playing running games. In this game, I run, as I said before, a game of Ward 47 where I play Parslings on Saturdays at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. And I'm here for most of our other games during the week. And I'll also, like Van, over on LB Hackmup's channel on Sunday evenings, finishing up our night classes, Monster of the Week game, and moving back on to D&D. So yeah, but tonight I'm running this game. Are you all ready to get started?
You're gonna murder us, aren't you?
That's the plan. No, we'll see. The last time on Red Jenny, your crew was in the process of carrying out a rather daring heist at a fortified chateau in oh crap, I always forget the name of this city. Cumberland. Yes, that is correct. Thank
I
you.
remembered a thing.
Chateau.
But Chateau Hein had been utilized as sort of a prison for a number of Carta members who had been captured while trying to smuggle some illicit goods through the area and back to Orzammar. You had been contracted by the crew's leader, Dakin, who had requested, paid you to mostly secure the goods that had been captured, but also to release his crew if possible. Obviously, letting you take and I guess loot whatever, heist whatever else you wanted along the way. You had decided, mostly through my narrative pushing, to I guess insert yourselves into the chateau as prisoners, getting yourselves arrested on purpose, obviously, and plotting your escape from inside. You befriended, or at least allied yourselves with, the Karta dwarves, as well as a couple of other criminals that had found themselves in the dungeons of the chateau, and came up with a plan to escape, which involved, I guess, just picking the locks by bribing. You didn't really bribe the guard, you just kind of guilt tripped him into letting you go, and breaking out or breaking into the vault where all of this loot was contained through Ven's clever...
Because Venehn is a riddle genius.
Yeah, through Venen's clever I guess, investigation and then riddle solving skills. You're able to break everyone out, get the loot out of the vault, and you found another little potentially magical doohickey as well. This like large steel collar with runes carved into it, and then made your escape over the chateau's back wall, utilizing an overgrown tree which hung partially over this slightly broken wall. You did find out as well that Isaiah was on the premises, given that Carter had sent Isaiah a
Good vibes dream.
a horrifying dream. But you put Isaiah in contact with the lord that is charged with the upkeep of this newly reclaimed chateau, and as he seemed to be kind of a warded fanboy, Isaiah did confront Carter before leaving, talking, kind of understanding a bit of what's going on and offering to help where she could, but it seemed like y'all had things pretty much in hand at that point. You were able to escape with your entire group, all of the prisoners, and the stolen goods across or over the wall. And as you made your way, or began trekking your way down the hillside towards Cumberland below, to, I guess, that's the word I'm looking for. I can't find it. Rendezvous with your smuggler friend, your not bard friend, the other one that we had. God, we've introduced so many NPCs that I can't keep them straight.
I don't remember what we named
Bale and
her.
Ordo.
Huh?
Bale and Ordo are the humans.
Oh, no. I was talking about Nadine.
Nadine.
Playing to
Nadine,
meet with
yes.
Nadine, your dwarven procurer, who's waiting for you to make your escape back in Cumberland. But as you're heading down the hillside, I think Ven and Yaz noticed a shadow moving overhead and watched as two wings unfurled themselves against the moonlight, and a creature of some large size began to dive bomb in your direction. And that's where we're going to pick up today. Let me kick out my cat. Go, please. Be gone. And yeah, that's the music I want to do. as I think Yaz and Ven drew everyone's attention up towards the sky, you all have only an instant to really make sense of the shape that you're seeing before it descends upon you. You see the wings tuck back in, and a massive creature come hurtling down at an impossible speed straight in your direction, barely giving you time to respond other than a few panicked cries and attempts to prepare yourself before slamming through the tree canopy above you and into the ground. There is a cloud of dirt and debris and foliage is kicked up in a circle around it and sort of blinding you for a moment before your eyes clear and you make sense of the creature standing in front of you. On all fours, two of its legs, its forelegs with those wings connected to or partially connected to its I guess lower forearms, standing about 8 to 10 feet tall, with this orange and greenish colored, very rocky looking scaly form. It has these fins running down its back along kind of a slender and crooked neck forward to a face that is almost reptilian in nature, with exposed serrated teeth and two glowing orange eyes, narrowly slitted and reflecting the moonlight above. There's this rattling of these frills around its neck as it growls and begins this low hissing snarl in your direction as it begins to stalk towards you. I will send a picture in the chat so y'all can see the beautiful art in the book has for this creature. I don't have it in the game, but I do have it in Discord, so y'all can see it. However,
I was imagining a horrible version of. Oh no, I can't remember its name. The little frilly dinosaur that spits poison in Jurassic Park. Dilophosaurus.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't.
You know what?
You were
wrong.
far off.
You're
not wrong. Yeah.
Roll initiative.
Do I get a bonus for being close?
No.
Oh.
I don't know why I don't know why
Did I get a
Van's
bonus
knowledge
for
of Jurassic
being-
Park would
for-
help
for-
Ven in
for
this
making a Jurassic
situation.
Park
I
reference?
think Venehn doesn't
I don't think that would help
fucking
much.
reading about dinosaurs or whatever.
So yeah, all of you do initiative. It's been a bit. Do we need reminders on how initiative goes
Yes.
in this game? All right.
Yes.
You're gonna roll your 3d6, and you're going to add your dexterity. If you have a focus in initiative, you get to add 2 as well.
There is a spot for the modifier on the sheet.
Okay, gotcha.
But this is the one where the thing underneath explaining what it is wrong.
Is wrong, yeah. The explanation underneath the thing is wrong. I would fix it, but I didn't make these sheets. All right. I'm going to roll for our new best friend here. We're just going to assume that the other 8 people in your group are not fighting this thing. I'm not running 8 NPCs against this thing. They're not armed in a traditional sense, and they're going to protect the loot to make sure it doesn't get destroyed during this. So it's going to be the 4 of you against
I like
them.
that move.
Yeah.
That works for me.
It's mostly for my benefit, but okay. It rolls badly.
Yay, me too.
The +5. Okay. Oh no, +7. Okay. Let's see, show total. So it got a 13.
22.
So Yaz.
That is nearly as high as I can roll. I got a 656.
Nice. Who else rolled above a 13?
I got a 19.
Garas. 19. All right. Anyone else? All right. The which I'll just tell you what it is because you can guess. The Wyvern rolls a 13. All right. Carter and Venn.
11.
Venn.
Wow, Ben.
I rolled
Poor
2
dude.
ones.
Carter.
12.
Oh, Carter got
I rolled really, really bad. I have a +6.
All right.
You still have that dagger though, right? You can do the steal initiative thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Right.
this seize the initiative.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, I gotta find where I put that shit on my sheet.
I'll go ahead and put up as we set up for combat here. I'll put up the combat stunts for easy reference here.
Did I? I didn't put it on my sheet.
Yeah. Yeah, because seize the initiative is the one where you get to automatically move yourself to the top of the initiative order.
Yeah.
It's
but-
4
and
stun
can
points. I
do
don't know
that.
what it costs for you.
I don't remember. I don't have it on my sheet. I forgot to put it on there.
Do you have? Okay. Let me find it.
I was just rewatching the episode the other day. I'm 90% sure it's at -1 cost.
That's what
So
I
it'd
was
be-
thinking.
Yeah, I think
just
that's
what it
can't
would be.
find where I. Because
It's also like-
with the armor, but it's not there.
That's also pretty much how all of the reduce a stun cost thing do. They all do like a -1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what the name of the dagger was.
Sorry.
You
I'm
called it
causing
cool
problems.
dagger, so I
Viper's
can't.
Blade, that's what it
with
was.
that.
You can do it for
Viper's
3
Blade.
stunts instead of 4. Yeah,
Okay.
or 3 stun points instead of 4.
Is that? That was the only thing.
You also do have the initiative focus with the stagger.
Yes, but I think I already had that.
Did you already factor that in? So it'd be dexterity +2.
Well, I already. Oh yeah, no, I have it in my foci here. Oh,
Okay.
well, so then I forgot we leveled. So okay, so technically I rolled a 12.
Okay,
Instead
you
of
have
an 11.
Carter. That's so you and Carter can decide who wants to go first. All right, that is going to be Yaz's turn.
Okay. For the first time, I would like to use my minor action to activate Shadow Mode. Boom, boom.
All right.
When I enter Shadow Mode, I get a +1 to Stealth and Large Domain, but I also get well, basically, anyone trying to hit me gets a -1 on damage rolls when making any sort of attacks against me.
-1 on damage rolls. Okay, you'll just remind me if and when the thing hits you.
And then for my mage action, I want to shoot this motherfucker.
Shoot it! Shooter!
Shoot-ha! Not great. Plus only 15.
15?
Uh-huh.
That hits.
Oh! Okay. Cool. I have 2 stun points. Oh, no, never mind. I didn't get double, so no stun points. Never
No
mind.
stun points.
So that is just... I do not get to pierce armor. Damn it. What? That's not bad. That's double 5s on damage. Plus 5 is... it's okay. 15 to hit and 15 points of damage.
Okay, 15 points of damage. It has an armor rating of 5. So it'll be 10 points of damage. All right. So you knock your crossbow really quickly, aim and fire in the direction of this wyvern, and the bolt sort of cuts it almost ricochets off the scales, but you can see it leaving a nasty sort of gouge in these, and you can hear the scraping of it. This has very thick, almost like I said before, like rock-like hide. The creature immediately, like that frilling and hissing kind of like intensifies as it locks in your direction, as it locks towards the direction that the bolt came from.
I apologize. 17, because I do have my swift arrows as well.
Okay.
Which give
So
a +2. So,
2 more points of damage.
2
All
more
right.
points.
Perfect. Awesome. That's your turn.
That's my turn.
All right, and you're still staying in like you didn't move.
I can't, with what I
Yeah.
did. That was my major and my minor action,
Okay.
so that's it.
All right.
My initiative is further fucked up, and I should have had another +1 because of the code, so I should have
13.
Hey!
Okay.
It's so hard having sheets that don't auto-update that stuff.
That's fine. We got it. We got it updated.
I fixed it.
That does mean you're going at the same time as the wyvern.
Interesting.
What is your dexterity is a 5?
Mhm.
Its dexterity is a 5. You both have a focus.
Rollies!
And then I also have a +1 from the felon's coat,
Okay.
which makes my initiative an 8 total.
I'll give you the higher initiative then, so you can go before the wyvern.
Yay!
I'm just
That does make a difference.
really fucking it up.
Nope, it's all good. It's all good. Garas, it is your turn.
Okay, so Garas pulls out the rapier and the dagger, holding them in both hands. And I get to use this for the first time. I'm now in my duelist stance. He kind of takes a low stance, crouching down to the ground a bit, and that gives me I gain a +1 on both of my attack rolls and my defense. So my attack rolls get a +1 and my defense get a +1 versus anything that's a melee attack.
Okay.
And first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to go for a bluff as I dart toward them and I kind of juke to the side to bluff them, try to get them to look one direction as I go in for a stab.
Okay. What's the contested roll there?
Yeah, it's contested against my is it? Deception versus their willpower.
Willpower. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll roll willpower.
That's a 17.
I also got a 17.
Oh.
So I'm gonna assume that means that it succeeds. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're setting
yeah.
the difficulty and it succeeds
Yeah.
on it.
Nothing happened.
Unfortunately, it seems very much aware of your presence, not so much relying on sight as more like instinct. And as you lunge to the side, its head whips around in your direction, tracking your movement.
Right, well, I go for the stab anyway. Ugh. That's a 17.
17 hits.
Okay, no stunts though, so 1d6. That is 9 points of damage. Wait, 10 points because of the +1.
10 points? Okay. So minus 5 makes it 5 points of damage. All right. Again, driving this using your rapier.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You quick thrust forward with the rapier. There's a lot more resistance than you're expecting, and almost immediately it recoils from you. You retain your grip on the blade. However, it does seem that this thing's natural bulk is resisting some of the effects, and now its attention seems very much focused on the 2 threats that it's noticed so far. I assume that's it for you because that was your minor action to move. And
Yeah.
Then your,
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. All right. That is going to be Ven's turn now.
Okay. I want to be far away. I'm gonna.
Okay.
Is it a minor action to move?
Yes.
Oh, right, because I don't have to load my fucking bow anymore. I would like to move away.
Okay, so you want to position yourself
Okay.
further from the thing, because essentially, again, I'm not really dealing with distances, but like, if you move, then you are in a different positioning than the others. So right now, like, we have Carter and Yaz are still in one positioning.
Yeah.
Garrus used a minor action to move, so that puts Garrus in a different positioning than the two of them.
So-
You're now in the furthest positioning.
I'm in the furthest positioning. I'm hoping that maybe while I'm moving, it will be focused on my other friends, and maybe not as much on me.
Maybe.
Because I want to move toward wherever I would have dropped the big collar.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I can assume that's back with the would have been like in one of the crates with everything else. So yeah, it's it would be back there. I mean, you can get to it. You haven't moved very far with your minor action.
Do I want to shoot it and then...
It would probably be a major action to like open and retrieve the item from where it's being kept.
I'm going to use my turn to do that, because Venehn is convinced that this is, like, what's-his-face's pet, and this is its collar.
Okay.
Or that it's a magic collar or something. It might not be, but he's convinced that it is, and so that's
Okay.
what he's going to do.
And that's fair. So Ven immediately goes darting backwards, like something clicking in Ven's mind to where the dwarves and the two humans are now.
It's like when you're in an escape room and you get about halfway through and you're like really fucking rolling. Like he's already done one puzzle and is like, oh shit, now I'm fucking got.
Yeah.
I know what we're doing.
Yeah, and so you come darting back towards them. Everybody else sort of crowded around the supplies in this sort of like defensive phalanx, and you push them aside and
Where's
shifting a couple of the pallets, you find the box, pop it open, you find that big metal band,
kind of sling it.
that chain.
Probably go like this, like a
Yeah,
sash.
I mean, it's enough that like you could basically wear it like a sash.
Okay.
It's pretty big, so
Big brain vid.
okay.
That's my whole turn. Yeah,
Yeah, that would be your turn, but you're set
that's
up
like
to
a
use
good
it.
turn to me.
It is now the wyvern's turn. It is going to. I gotta get its sheet back up. Yeah, it is going to make a bite against Garas. Yeah, we'll do Garas because you're right up on it.
Just as a refresher for the audience and not for me in any capacity, the difference between your defense and your armor. Defense is to get you to see if you get hit. Is armor lessening the damage you take?
Yeah.
Got it. That's just for you as audience.
Yeah,
so
as an
for sure.
audience, it's good to remind the audience of the rules every now and then, just in case they forgot.
You're well.
Yeah, that's it.
Garas, that is a 21 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
With it did not get any stun points, but it gets one stun point for free each turn. That it can use to skirmish. So
Must be nice.
Must be nice.
it is going to. Yeah. It is going to bite you, so I'll roll its damage and then tell you what the skirmish is going to do to you. It's 12 points of damage.
Dude, that hits hard. This reduces down to 9 because of my leather.
Okay.
Oh,
So
no,
12
0. Yeah,
12 points of
out
damage
12,
as it bites you, and you feel like its jaws like lock onto your shoulder as it clamps down, and then it kind of grabs onto you and then just throws you across the clearing towards the tree line, as it seems to be trying to isolate Garas from the others. So it has like thrown you further away from the group.
You just see Garrus get yeeted.
So it only did one stun point, so it's 2 yards. So it's not super far, but that's what 6 feet that it throws you, just kind of skidding across the ground towards the trees. that is all it can do on its turn here. So that is going to be Carter's turn.
Okay, how far away is Garrus from me now? Approximately. I know we're not super measuring, but I've got a lot of different ranges on some of my spells.
You're asking how far you're away from
Garrus.
From Garrus? 2 yards. Garrus moved in. I mean, you're probably within 10 yards.
Okay,
of Garrus at this point.
That is literally the number I needed to be inside.
Perfect.
So, I'm going to cast telekinetic weapons. So let's do the spell roll. Plus 6 is 15, plus 2 for the focus is 17, plus 2 from the staff is 19. So that casts. And blue and green and gray swirls of fade energy envelop my staff and both of Garrus's weapons. And they now do bonus damage equal to my magic, which is plus 6.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So, get on in there, Garrus.
Oh, my weapons are glowy. Thank you, Carter.
You are welcome. Move quickly. And then, is there any sort of cover? I guess there's probably like a tree or something.
Yeah, there
I
are
could
trees
get behind,
nearby
right?
if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
Yeah, I'm gonna slip back behind a tree.
Okay, so you can use your minor action to move. I know there is a minor action to actually like take cover, I think. So you could do that on subsequent turns now that you've positioned yourself in a place where you could take cover. But yeah, that's great. So y'all are spreading out a bit, which is probably good. That will be Carter's turn. Yaz, it is back to you.
I'm easy. This goddamn crossbow. I have to use my major action, as we figured out, to reload, and I'm gonna use my minor action. I'll move into position a little bit closer. Maybe get on its back a little, not like right up next to it, but get on its back a little. Because I plan to get a little bit up in its grill to do some backstabby stuff on my next turn. But that's all I got.
Okay.
It's major minor.
All right. So you're sort of positioning yourself like in its space, like nearby, adjacent to
Oh
it.
yeah, basically like if it's turned its back and it's like it's focusing on Garrus, and Garrus kind of getting heated over there, like literally gonna go up behind it in shadow mode, like ready
Okay.
to fucking get it right in the back.
Okay, but with your crossbow, so you don't need to get into like melee with it necessarily.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay. Perfect. That helps me understand where everybody is at. Which brings us to Garrus. Oh, you're muted.
I'm gonna move, kick myself up, and head back over. I don't think I can move my full movement to get over there, could I?
To get.
To get back up close to the dragon. I mean, wait.
I forgot. No, because you weren't knocked prone.
speed.
Yeah, I mean you've got enough
Yeah.
movement speed for that.
Okay.
I imagine.
So then I'm gonna move up to it again. I'm gonna go for the bluff again.
Okay. So we'll roll. It's willpower.
That is a 21.
Okay, it only rolled a 12, so you're good there.
Okay. So I get. So then I go for the attack.
Okay.
That's 15 with 1 sun point.
That does hit.
So that's 1d6 from the dagger, another d6 from bluffing, plus 2, plus 3, plus 1 from the. Okay. Whew, okay. That is 14 points. And is it was Well, the damage I deal is extra. The plus D6 is you give it to me for my damage, right, Sita?
I think it's just +6. It's not D6.
+6 to the damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, flat 6.
So then that's
In addition to whatever else.
wow. That is 19 points of damage on this
All
thing.
right. So it's 14. All right. That's a good hit.
And I would like to use a stun point to skirmish it right back.
Okay. So you want to try to push it away from you?
Yeah.
All right. It's just one stunt point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, how do you think? What do you think is the method you're using to move it? Like how do you think you're accomplishing that?
He picks it up in his jaws and shakes it.
Yeah, I just hold it over my head. I just throw it. No. After like Garas does like these fast movements with his blade, and because I think it's like the added mana that Carter added around the blade when he goes in for that jab, it kind of like adds in like a bit of extra oomph to it that slams the wyvern 2 yards away from them.
Okay, yeah, it kind of staggers backwards and rights it, almost like falling to its side, and then it rights itself on the ground. Its claws digging into the earth as it takes this very low stance. Again, remaining focused on you, and then also trying to keep an eye on Yasmera as well, as the two of you are the ones that have been like hurting it so far. That will put it to Ven's turn, though. Ven, what you got?
What I've got is transferring how the paralyzing rune in my bow works to my sheet.
Okay.
Because I forgot to do that. Oh man, how mobile is this thing? Like, is it like when it's like moving around and stuff? Like
how quick is it?
Yeah.
I guess in comparison, you could faster than y'all. Its speed is 18. So if you want to compare that to your own speeds, it's very quick. Very like
mine's 17.
Yeah, and you're pretty quick too.
Okay, I just wanted sort of a comparison. Okay. I don't know if I want to just run straight at it or if I want to. I'm gonna try to sneak around the side, so maybe it won't see me coming right away.
Okay. With your end result being like to position yourself so you can try to get this collar on it.
Yeah, in a place where I can just like rush it and. Don't mind. But maybe it won't see me coming.
Where are the list of the major and minor actions?
They're on page 50 of the book.
50.
There's not really one for like
sneak
stealth, I don't think. They're okay, all attack charge. Run. The run is an action.
And it's like that's like sprint.
Yeah, but move is your speed endurance. Yeah. Activate, aim, guard up, ready. Yeah, there's not one for.
Okay, what I'm willing to do here is some sort of, we can do kind of if it's your major action, kind of a hide action here. Because you're, I assume, using a minor action to move.
Yeah.
So moving yourself, positioning around the clearing and trying to stay out of sight, looking for the best opportunity to leap in. Yeah, because it's, I don't know if it would be that or if it would be like a prepare. Because yeah, you're probably gonna need it to be in a position where it'd be easy to get the collar on. Yeah, let's do the stealth action because I like this better. So, yeah, roll your stealth check.
That's really good. 20.
Okay, it rolls plus.
Oh, can I use stump points on this?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because I got 4 of them.
It'd probably be more in the exploration stunts, unless there's something in the combat stunts.
I want to seize the initiative.
Oh, yeah, you could do that. That would work.
I can do it for 3.
Yeah. Okay. That works for me. Playing, we're playing a bit of Calvin Ball. I don't know what the, but I think this part of the system is probably just a bit purposefully obtuse, so you can do what you want. But yeah, you can seize the initiative, so that'll move you to the top of the initiative order. So I will move you up above Yaz.
Can I use my other one to
First time that's ever happened. Ayo.
hit to? My initiative score was wrong on my fucking sheet.
I meant something else, but it's
I know. I was ignoring that part. Can I use my other point to stay aware?
I did it.
Yes, you can.
Take a moment to make sure you're mindful of everything happening around you. Make it a target number 11 perception check with the focus of your choice. If you succeed, the GM may either make you aware of some battlefield situation that has so far escaped your notice or give you +1 bonus to the next test you make.
Okay, yeah.
They can't stack with any other bonuses other than a focus.
Okay, gotcha.
So make a dumb perception check.
So it made its perception check and it failed to detect you. Because you got like a 21, right?
Yeah, 20.
20, yeah. It failed. So go to make your perception check then for.
Okay, I got a 15.
Okay.
So if I'm reading this correctly, I have to decide. It will make a perception check with the focus of your choice.
Yeah.
Okay, so with like what perception focus I want to use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I'm tracking.
As a perception skill?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So it'd be 17. So I'm either now aware of a battlefield situation that has so far escaped my notice, or I get +1 to the very next test that I make.
I'm gonna give you the choice because I've got something I could give you.
Battlefield
give you the +1.
situation.
You want the battlefield situation
Need
instead
a
of +1?
measly little +1.
Okay. You're kind of at the outskirts of this little clearing that
I'm
y'all
in big brain mode.
are fighting in. Yeah. And you are, I think, again, kind of keeping yourself to the outside and staying aware of your surroundings is kind of gives you a different perspective on what's going on. You see the fight obviously taking place, but you're looking around, especially with your tracking ability. Something catches you that you did not notice before. This clearing here seems to be very well trod. Like there are a number of like it's almost been purposefully cleared out. And what you see is you watch as the wyvern kind of Garas stabs at it and goes moving across. You see its claws raking across the ground. And as you like the trail that it leaves with its claws, you look around the clearing and you see other evidence of large claw marks across the ground. Like there have been other wyverns or this wyvern has attacked things here before.
You're a trap!
And as you realize that too, there's another sense that you get as well as you're looking around and you see you can see more of the like drag marks of things that have been pulled out of this clearing in the direction kind of like off to your left, and you can see areas of the brush where things might have been pulled away, and you're getting the sense that this is probably a hunting ground of some kind, and that where the wyvern has been taking things from here, you get the general direction of where that is.
He knows you're living here, doesn't he? Son of a bitch. I say all this to myself.
Okay.
I'm
All
saying
good?
it out loud so everyone can hear me.
Yeah.
That was my whole turn.
All right.
So I've
think
moved. stealthily.
And that
into
makes it the
position.
wyvern's turn again. The wyvern has regained its footing, and it is kind of staring down a kind of an awkward triangle for it between Garas and like shadow cloaked Yaz, off to the side, just like catching the slight move, because you didn't necessarily stealth from it, but I imagine Yaz is like
Not
very
yet.
very personally kind of like kept herself away and kind of off to the side. The wyvern's kind of taken this more defensive posture, like it doesn't want to. You can see it's like it's an intelligent creature, and it's thinking through what it wants to do. And instead of lunging towards Garas or Yaz or even Carter, you watch as it kind of like hunches down a bit, and those frills begin to kind of rattle again around its neck, and then it lets out this kind of, there's this like, I'm trying to think, you know what sound the velociraptors make in Jurassic Park, that kind of barking cough? I'm not going to try to do that noise. It does that a few times, and then it kind of jolts itself towards Garas and then quickly towards Yaz as it sends out, like it spits a globule or like a spray of something in each of your directions. So as a major action, it can spit its venom to 2 targets within 10 yards. So it is going to do that at the 2 of you. I like you both.
It's like the little guy from Jurassic Park.
Really
You can
is.
either make
Clever
a
girl.
dexterity acrobatics check or a stamina constitution check.
I know what I'm doing. Okay. Gotta go with dexterity acrobatics.
Yeah, same.
Hey, okay. That's a 18.
Okay.
15 plus, and that's 17.
All right. You both duck out of the way, avoiding the impact. As the you both leap to the side, avoiding these globules as they hit the foliage behind you. I mean, out of sight and into the darkness. You don't have any idea what that might have done to you, but the wyvern seems kind of irritated by this and by its kind of failure to get either one of you, and its minor action. What's it want to do? It is going to. It's gonna guard up. So that's gonna, as it kind of hunkers down, takes a more defensive posture right now. So that'll increase its defense for this round. That is the end of the wyvern's turn. Carter, it's your go.
Okay. Wally, how is Garrus looking?
Like, he got yeeted very hard and bitten. So he's okay for now.
Okay. I think I'm gonna approach behind Garrus and a little bit off to the side, maybe say 2 yards.
I hate to interrupt, but because that just brought this to mind. If we had ire and our ire lowered our HP, is that still in effect right now?
It's still in effect now.
Okay. Just making sure, thank you. I think that only affected me. Thanks.
I'm gonna move up behind Wally a little bit off to the side, and I'm going to do an arcane lance attack against the critter.
Okay.
Let's see, plus 6 on that, 14. I don't think that's gonna hit. 14?
14 does not, because it took its
Mm-hmm.
its guard is up.
All right. Well, That's a bummer, but that's me. That's a move and an action.
Yeah, so it's you send out this blast of this arcane lance in its direction, and you can see, even though it wasn't necessarily focused on you, as you move around back behind Garas, there's that glowing light, and it shoots towards this direction, and just lunges down, kind of pressing itself against the ground as that beam goes overhead, and it reacted to your attack very quickly to dodge it. But that is Carter's turn, which I guess is going to bring us back to Venn, because you're at the top now.
I would like... I have two ideas. What would I have to do to try to mimic that sound it's making?
That's a good question.
To get it to look at me. To get it to look... Just swing its little nasty head in my direction. If that's not possible, what I'm gonna do is just ready in action, and then sometime this round snap the collar
Yeah, I mean,
on.
I was thinking that would probably be something along the lines of like deception.
Is that a major action though?
Y'all are really testing me here.
Yeah.
I need to decide. Let's see. Is there anything under minor actions this might fall into? I'll say
Activate.
because you're just making a noise. I could see that as being a minor action instead of a major action. Okay, I'll give that to you. Because you're more. I'd let y'all talk for free, so I don't really count that. But this is more of an effect than talking, so I'll go up to I'll bump that up to minor.
Because I edged around near it, so I want to try to like mimic the sound it's making, so it'll swing around and look at me.
Okay.
And I want to get it.
Okay, let's do it'll be a deception check.
Okay.
Versus its cunning.
That's really good. For me. It's an 18.
That is really good. It got a...
No. 20. Have focus. 20.
It got a 7.
I bark at it.
Okay, you bark at the wyvern, causing its attention to falter for a moment as it hears this very familiar sound behind it, and it spins to look in that direction. Its neck craning around towards you as you make this noise. And you want to try to get it with
I want to try to get it with the collar. See if maybe that'll at least like ground it or something.
Okay.
I don't know what it's gonna do.
Yeah.
It might make it more powerful.
Maybe. Who knows?
It's not generally what collars do with animals, but
let's do. Man, Venn, you've really been the one thinking outside the box this time, causing me
so hard.
No, I like it. How do we want to rule this? What kind of test would this be?
Athletics?
Maybe not that one.
Here's what I'm going to say.
Maybe the dexterity to lock something onto a moving creature.
I will let you use dexterity, and because it's going to be contesting with strength.
Okay, I have a +1 to acrobatics if that counts here.
How does the game define acrobatics?
I don't know. I'm in D&D brain. I have no idea.
Acrobatics.
Running, jumping,
Executing
climbing trees.
gymnastic, balancing, and tumbling maneuvers.
So,
if you do a flip, then it's
I'll do
acrobatics.
a cool flip.
Okay.
Kick flip!
I launch myself like off of the base of a tree and flip onto its back, and then
Okay. So here's what I'm going to give you. This You can use acrobatics, but this is putting you in a very specific and very precarious situation
Yeah,
should you fail.
on its head.
Okay. I'm gonna
Like a
have
crewback.
the like I said, the wyvern is gonna roll with its strength to try to resist you.
probably could, yeah.
Just for its strength. It has 2 focuses in strength, which are claw and jumping. I don't think either of those apply here.
Claw and jumping.
Claw and jumping. So it's only gonna have a
Jump claw!
+7.
That's fine. I have a +6.
All right, let's roll it. I rolled very well.
So did I. 23.
23? Did you roll
So?
two sixes and a
2 6s and a 5.
Oh my god! All
Plus
right, I
6.
rolled 2 4s and a 5, and I guess that wasn't
12.
good enough. So I got a 20.
23.
Okay. It also got stump points. I don't
So
think
did I, motherfucker. I got
Yeah.
6.
Okay.
You want to go?
I don't think
Flirt!
the stun points are gonna really affect anything here. Here's how I think this happens then. You the wyvern you make this noise and it lunges back, or kind of it snaps back around towards you, and you use this moment in its blind spot to like kick off one of its back legs and kind of fly up or kind of like flipping up in the air to land like on a saddle. Like, I mean, you're landing on the back of its neck like you're riding a horse. And
Out of nowhere.
out of nowhere, and you snap the collar onto its neck with that chain that is now sort of dangling from it. Are you? I assume you're continuing to hold on to either the collar or the chain.
Yeah.
Okay. As the collar snaps into place, and and you're like gripping onto this chain to hold in place, like it holds itself there, and you don't have to worry about like kind of like locks or clasps into position. As soon as this happens, you notice something. You feel there's this vibration in the collar that you're not that you probably were not, well, might have been expecting given what you did here, but there's this reaction in the collar to it, and you watch as these runes that have been engraved into the metal glow ever so slightly, and you feel as you are holding on to the collar this there's this like empathetic connection, either one, like with the creature in this moment. So here's what I'm gonna say, because I don't have a good way to describe this in like roleplay terms, but I can tell you in game terms. So this collar has the ability to command or control a wyvern.
Took a risk. Paid off.
And you put 2 and 2 together.
It was 1 and 1, I think. Let's not get crazy about how smart Venehn is.
However, it's not an instantaneous thing. You don't just immediately have control of it. You're going to have to try to exert your will over this thing to like create something. So right now, you're on it. You're holding on, but it is not under your control currently.
Oh, awesome. Yes. That's exactly what I wanted. Luckily, I've upped my willpower just a teensy bit.
Yeah, well, we will have to play this out in a bit. That is Ven's turn.
I just shout, "It worked!"
You can all see this collar glowing around the wyvern's neck, but it does not look happy, go lucky wyvern. It looks like it still wants to rip the head off of it.
Venn knows
okay.
that it worked, though.
Okay, that's great. It still wants to eat us.
Uh, which means it is Yaz's turn now.
Are we smitting dominance on it?
Yes, yes.
Am I shooting it?
No! Don't
Okay,
do
what
it.
the fuck am I doing then?
Oh no. Look powerful. look
Go
look
do it,
powerful.
Peepers. Do it, Peepers.
I'll hold my crossbow. I was gonna go stealth, but I guess I can't do that now.
I mean, you can.
I mean, you could.
could.
That might be the
You
safer
don't have
option.
to do what I say at all. My ass just jumped on the back of a wyvern with no weapons drawn and said, "You're mine now."
Okay. I don't have intimidation. But what is intimidation attached to? Would that be is that a communication or is that a
I think it's communication.
I think it's strength.
Oh no, strength.
I think
is-
it's strength. Yeah.
Yeah, strength.
I disagree with that.
Well,
Me too.
that's
I
that
think-
is the rule.
You know,
I know,
strength
I
could be
just disagree with
situational.
it fundamentally. Well, yeah, that's why I think
Well,
it should be tied to
so here's the thing.
communication, not strength.
Yeah, I mean, I think communication is convincing someone to be afraid of you. That's a deception check. If you're
could also be a
actually
What
person
if you
More
actually are
powerful.
intimidating? That's not lying.
Yeah,
Okay,
you don't,
I am not more powerful.
you don't have to be strong to intimidate.
Can I?
You have to
Can
seem
I do
strong.
deception on this thing to be like? It seems to kind of understand, probably maybe not language, but it seems to understand like intent. It's somewhat intelligent. Can I like get in its eye line, like off to the side, and be like, "Stay down."
Okay. I think that's either good.
I'm just saying, me and Sid are both about 5'3", and people have regularly told us that they find us intimidating.
It's true.
I don't think it'll be a deception. This would be, I think, we can rule it as communication. I think it's almost an animal handling.
That I don't have, but I
But
can
you
do-
can
I
still
do
roll
communication.
communication. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same argument where I think you should be able to wear 2 rings at once. But most people
mean,
talk
that's-
about you can't.
Yeah, really.
I got 10
Yeah.
fucking fingers. Why can't I wear 10 rings? I know. Attunement
Exactly.
slots. I should be able to have 3. But Val disagrees. So do the Dungeons and Dragons people. So when I get hired on to write D&D 6th edition, get fucking ready. It's gonna be buck
On
wild up
D&D,
in that shit.
that's a 15.
15? Okay.
15.
Okay. You kind of wheel around on this thing, roll up on it. with
Again,
your-
like not right in front of it, like off to the side. I'm assuming it's got like eyes on either side, sort of lizard-like. So like,
Yeah.
couple yards away, aiming at it, and just big booming voice of "Stay down." Even if it
Okay.
doesn't actually understand what that is. It's a
Yeah,
very-
but it
big,
does
scary
seem
voice.
you have heard it a bit, and it does seem wary of you. So you just like in this kind of intimidating posture.
I am 6'8". I know it's
Yeah.
8 feet tall, but it's down on the ground, and I'm
Yeah.
almost 7 feet.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't seem like it wants to get any closer to you right now. So let's take that for what it is.
And then I guess, can I ready an action?
Okay.
Fire at it if it doesn't listen?
Yes.
Okay. And that
Uh,
shall be me, I believe.
okay. Garrus.
Gonna take same page from Yasmira's book and like try to like show strength and dominance, but I'm going to try to intimidate this thing.
Okay. Which actually, so you're preparing an action.
Sorry,
right,
yes, I'm preparing an action.
Okay.
So yeah, I pretty much like still in that stance, the like crouch low stance. I stand straight up and I just walk right up to this thing, holding the rapier out like straight at it, and holding like the dagger in that guard stance, and just this look of intimidation and just just trying to stare this thing down as I flash back to the trainings I've had with Lucia all this time, the same look she gave me when we were training.
Okay.
I'm not gonna beat your ass right this second, but I could.
I could.
I got a 20
Nice.
because I rolled triple sixes.
Nice. Okay.
Flirt.
Flirt.
Yeah, flirt with the dragon. with
I'm
the
gonna
wyvern.
flirt with it.
Please don't. Okay. How do I want to resolve this? Garas and you kind of take up a similar posture to Yaz, both of you, trying to kind of corral this wyvern as Venn is on top, trying to wrest some sort of control of it magically through this collar. It is its turn now, and I'm gonna have it roll a willpower check. Okay. Got a 15. Okay. Here's what happens. Check something really quick.
It spits at me because I ain't shit to it.
It does not spit at you.
Splats
The
both
two
of
of you
us.
kind of intimidating it, it feeling like clearly it is aware that something is going on with this person on its back and this collar that has now been wrapped around it. You can see it kind of like doing the cat thing where it's kind of backing up a little bit, like it's trying to back up out of the collar, and it backs up a bit away from the two of you with Venn, you like holding on, and it seems agitated and frightened in this situation. So what it does is it starts to lunge forward. It starts to push itself down, like it's getting ready to pounce. And you both prepare yourselves at this moment to attack, but instead it pushes off of the ground and up into the tree above it, grabbing onto one of the boughs and then yanking itself into the air as it jumps straight up, launches itself 20 or 30 feet above the canopy, and then you are holding on for dear life on the back of this thing.
Oh yeah.
As it is, as it begins to leap up into the sky, at which point its wings unfurl, and it begins to.
Is this a
glide.
shoot situation? Should I take my readied shot, my prepared shot?
That's your call.
Maybe get it in the wing.
I would say yes.
It's gotta come down sometime.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot it in the wing.
Right? Oh no. Okay.
I'm gonna shoot it in the wing.
Okay.
Oh no.
When it lands, there's a reminder that I'm gonna be alone with it.
We're gonna follow.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
If it eats me, I'm blaming you.
That's okay.
Because this is clearly not have anything to do with my actions.
12.
Obviously, no.
I have not done
You-
anything to cause this.
You've done nothing wrong, and I love
I've
you.
never done anything wrong in my entire
I know
life.
this, and I love you.
And I love
So you're
you.
taking your prepared action, yeah?
I'm gonna
would you
take my
roll to
prepared
attack?
action. I'm gonna shoot in the wing.
No, this is fine. Venehn has the confidence for this.
Plus 4 is 17.
17 hits.
Please don't shoot me.
Okay. So that's 2d6 plus 5.
Let's be honest, this is not the first time Ben
Arrows.
has done this. Anything like this, at least.
11
No.
plus 5 is 16 plus 2, 18.
There was that bull one time at the
18.
festival.
Okay.
Yeah, that was I'm thinking back to was the Bull Festival.
Okay. No stun points.
Oh, actually, so that was a 5, 4, adds 4 stun points.
Okay. What would you like to do with your stun points?
I would like, am going to... Got 4 of these. I'm going to... I'm going to use Pierce Armor for 1.
Okay. So that reduces its armor by half. So it'll take 2 more points of damage from that. Okay.
So that's for 1. I'm going to Rapid Reload for another 1.
Okay.
That's 2. Can I knock prone for 2?
Yes, that is one of the options you can take.
You'll be fine.
I
You'll
know.
be fine.
Is that what you'd like to do?
I thought
would
this
like
was
to
a
knock it prone.
cooperative game.
Okay. No, I
is
mean, that
payback.
fits if
This
you're
is the
aiming for its
payback.
wing.
I am aiming for its wing.
Yeah, if you so it leaps in the air and begins to glide off in the distance. At which point Yaz takes immediately reacting, taking her prepared shot. The crossbow bolt fires, and Venn from on top of it as this wyvern again. This wyverns don't fly so much as they glide, so it was more like gliding outwards. And you suddenly see a arrow just flying up from below as it pierces through
Oh no.
the wyvern's wing, and you feel the wyvern kind of shudder at that moment, and it begins to go into a full barrel roll with you on top of it as it starts crashing down somewhere in the forest below.
Yasmera is so lucky. I'm not afraid of heights.
And the last thing you notice that like you see in this moment is like the canopy of the trees rushing up towards you as everyone down in the clearing watches the wyvern begin to plummet, disappearing out of sight, and you hear a crash in the forest beyond. And we're gonna take our break there.
Look,
We'll come
Ben
back
is fine.
and figure out what's
I
gonna
don't
happen.
have that
with
many
Ben.
hit points.
I didn't want it to fly away and try to eat you off his back.
Well, now it's on the ground.
Just a
on the
reminder
ground
that
now.
my con modifier is a big 0, so that's how many hit points I've been getting every level.
As long as you have 1 left, man. Just keep just 1. That's all you need.
I didn't shoot me out of the sky.
It was for your protection.
I'm
Sometimes
doing
we hurt
this
the
for
things we
you.
love. This is payback for all
alright.
this shit we've given Yasmera.
Let's take our break here, and we'll come back and see what becomes of Venn and the Wyvern in the second half of this of our session. So stay tuned, everyone. Get some water, stretch, take a break, and we will see you back here very soon. Welcome back, Internet. Thanks
Fuck you,
for hanging out
Johnson.
with us while we took our break and developed a weird energy. A weird,
It's not
very
weird.
hostile energy.
Towards
During
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Specifically towards Dwayne Johnson.
There were other people involved.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
also
there were-
coming for Ezra Miller and Zachary Levi, so if you're out
Yeah.
there, let's go, idiots.
Van gonna give it to you.
This is when we find out this
That was the energy that all of that had to me.
My pastime right now is being mad at celebrities that are being shitty, so.
R.I.P. Damn it.
Oh gosh.
what were
Act
we
like an
doing?
idiot in public, get talked about in public.
All right. Let's just jump right back into it.
I'm dead.
No, you're
Yep.
not.
Ven, I need you to make a check for me.
Oh, what kinds?
I
Not
think,
dead
well,
check.
Here's my question for you. I'm giving you a choice. Are you trying to hang on to the wyvern, or are you trying to let go and make sure you land safely?
Sorry, chat has just put in my head the possibility of a T-shirt that says "Hang in there" like the cat poster, but it's a wyvern.
Because the
I
decision
don't
that
know
will make,
that.
or
I'll add it to the list.
the difference that will make is one, I'm going to have you make a strength check. The other, I'm
So
going to
hold
have you
on.
make a dexterity check.
Man,
But obviously, the dexterity means you're going to let go of the collar and also your ability to try to wrest control of the wyvern.
right. I think
Got this, Van.
Ven is just in this one, just as like a split second wing of the options. Like, jump off, probably sprain an ankle. Hang on, probably get busted up, and then get eaten. I'm gonna hang on to the collar for dear fucking life.
All right. Let's do. Do you have athletics
No,
as a focus? Do you have any strength focuses?
climbing, which involves hanging
real tight.
on. It's sort of the most active hanging on you can do.
Yeah. Scaling walls and other vertical obstacles.
How big of a nosedive are we talking about?
All right. I will let you use your climbing focus.
Yay! That's a big +2.
All right.
It's
go
not
roll.
gonna make a difference. I don't know why I argued for it so bad.
You made it sound like it was so important.
It was
I mean, that does
a
make
0
I
or
mean,
+2, so
plus
true,
2 is
yeah.
better than plus nothing.
12. 12.
12.
That's pretty
Above
good
10.
for in comparison. I
To
don't
how
have
bad it
Yasmera's arms.
could have been. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be enough.
I didn't imagine it would be. That's okay.
You are hurtling towards the ground with this on the back of this wyvern. The positive side of things is you're not going to be that far from the wyvern when. Well, I guess it's either positive or negative. You're not going to be that far from the wyvern when you land.
I'm almost as fast as it. I consider that a positive.
You there are branches crashing around you. You're getting whipped in the face by twigs and leaves and bark as everything is just exploding from the impact of this wyvern ahead of you. And then there is a sudden jolting, just boom, you feel yourself suddenly lurch to a stop, and your arms, your hands just like the collar is just wrenched out of your arms. Like you have no ability to hold on to it, and you find yourself like tumbling across the ground and coming to a very sudden stop as this happens. I'm gonna give you a little bit of damage for this.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I have more hit points than I remember.
Hey, you should have a lot of hit points. You
Uh,
take 10 points of damage
Oh, okay. That's not the end of the world.
as you hit the ground, and your world around you is spinning as you blink and kind of looking up at the trees above you into the night sky. You are alive, but you are
Ow.
in pretty bad situation here as you look up and maybe like craning yourself up a little bit. Can see the wyvern recovering from where it has landed with this collar still clasped around its neck, the chain dangling off of it a good like 20 feet across the ground, and the wyvern just kind of like shakes his head a couple times and then you see it stop, and then its head just snaps over in your direction.
buddy.
However, before we get back to what's going on with Venn,
I have a cool idea.
Carter, I believe it was your turn when we left off.
Yeah, I'm assuming that, excuse me, that Finn is farther away than just a single move, right?
Yeah. Ben is out of
Well,
sight, at
then-
least. You saw the direction that the wyvern crashed in. You could... It would probably take a double movement to move in that... to get to where they are.
That's fine. That's what I'll do. So I'm looking at the way the run action works.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can use your minor action to move, and then you can use your major action to run, and run is moving to up to double your speed. So if I
Yes.
do both of those, then I'd be moving up to triple my speed.
Sure. Makes
Okay.
sense to me.
Then would 39 yards be close enough for me to go racing after where that crash is, and maybe potentially even putting myself between Ven and the wyvern?
Hmm.
I would at least like to get, you know, up there.
I
But
Yeah.
got
really, my
this.
goal
I
is to.
got this.
Yeah, I
Uh,
believe you do, which is why I'm not doing anything hostile. I'm just getting up in there so you don't get
yeah,
hit.
I think you go racing off in that direction before Yaz and Garas, the two of you can react. The Carter has gone running off in the direction of the crashed wyvern, and then as you are kind of figuring out how to pick yourself off of the ground and like the wheels turning, what to do next, you hear the sounds of footfalls and the underbrush being pushed away as Carter comes rushing between the trees in your direction. Yeah, I'd say Carter, with that moving, using your entire turn to move, you can probably put yourself next to where Ven is as Carter steps into this small space that you are now occupying.
It's
with this
taking
wyvern.
every bit of willpower to not play dead as a prank. I'm not gonna do it, but I want you to know I thought about it.
That's mean.
If it wasn't Carter that got there first, I might have done it.
But yeah, Carter's there. The wyvern now, its attention split between Carter, who has just arrived, and you, Ven. However, Ven, it is now your turn.
Okay. I have a question. The chain that's attached to the collar,
Mhm.
is it like one end attached to the collar and one end is free, or is it like
Yes.
okay? Is the chain, did the chain glow like the collar, or is the collar the only magical point?
No, yeah, the chain is part of the enchantment.
Okay. Oh, this is stupid. Okay. This is a Ven thought. And I want you to tell me if this is feasible. It's in Venon's brain. As long as any of him is touching the collar or the chain, be able to exert like some amount of force. So what Venonn would do, because he knows that shit is magical as hell, and would hope it work, would sort of very quickly just kind of roll over, not even get up, just sort of roll over. Has the bow, I imagine, is here somewhere.
Yeah, it's on your person.
Would take the end of an arrow and sort of like nick his hand so his blood is on there, and then shoot it into the chain. So it will transfer. He's seen people do blood magic before. It's got to be something. Right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, this is how blood magic works.
Could be.
Okay.
Somewhere
Okay.
Ty just punched a wall.
Blood connections are extremely powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say it was a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good idea.
Every turn that you have taken during this combat encounter has been me doing the most,
I had 2 weeks
like,
to think about it.
like, exerting myself mentally in a way that I wasn't expecting. I was like, we're doing a combat encounter today. It'll be chill. I'm not going to do a whole lot of shit.
I had 2 weeks to think about it.
You're making me work. Okay. You can do this. Like, this is something you can do.
Okay.
I'm going to have you make an attack roll.
Sure. And I don't want to fire
Against-
like anywhere near the thing, like as close to like
You're-
the end of the chain or whatever as I can get. Like I don't want to just like,
attacking the chain.
yeah, I don't want to like shoot it in the neck. Like
Uh-huh. Okay. You're nicking yourself, putting blood on the arrow, firing at the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I rolled goods. 19.
Okay. I don't know if I was hoping that you'd roll well or bad at this point. You
Well, bad would have been boring.
Yeah. Okay. I'm really having a hard time how to negotiate this. You fire the arrow. It goes flying, whistling through the air, and then through the loops on the chain that is laying across the ground. The wyvern kind of like flinches as this happens. The chain kind of moving a little bit, but not enough to cause your arrow to miss as it hits. And the arrow itself now being, I'm gonna say you take 3 points of damage from injuring yourself with the with your arrow. And as the arrow hits, you watch as that as the blood from the arrow drips off in sort of and down onto the chain itself. Go ahead and make a willpower check.
I only have one willpower focus. It's self-discipline. I don't know if that applies.
Which is the one I was gonna have y'all do for this one. Nope, self-discipline works.
Yay.
Self-discipline is focusing your mental energy or controlling your impulses and emotions.
17.
Total.
Yeah.
Okay. The chain, as the blood drips down onto it, you see the chain reacting like a pulse making its way sort of along the length of metal up towards the collar, and you see the wyvern in that moment just kind of like shaking its head, like it's not quite sure what to do. Like there's some sort of effect going on here, but it's not it seems more confused than anything.
Don't hurt it.
That's the end of En's turn.
Can I get up?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't remember the rule for getting up from prone.
It's under, I think it's under the move.
Yeah, you would use your minor action to move.
Okay.
Yeah,
Firing the
if
arrow is your
you-
major
okay.
action. Yeah, you can use your minor action to get up from prone.
Okay, yes, I'll not do that.
Okay.
I'm stand up slowly. Just checking real quick, slowly. Nothing feels broken. It wasn't that bad. Dripping blood, but
You're
I did
going
that.
You're going full Jurassic World.
Shut
like
up, don't
Chris
compare
Pratt
me to
right
that
now.
asshole. I would never hate gay people.
Okay.
Did he do fucking dinosaur blood magic? I don't think so.
I don't know. I didn't watch the second two of those movies. He might have. Yeah, is it just your turn?
I think yells at the Carta folks and our two humans. Try not to shoot anything in the sky unless it tries to bite you. It might have Venn on its back. And we'll do the same thing. Just double run, move, roof, run, move. Try to get up there.
They all think I'm dead, huh?
Yeah.
Everyone at the
sure
cart's
you're
like, oh, damn.
dead. That was cool. All right. Well, time to move on.
Oh, what's this at our school for they moved on?
So you're gonna double movement towards where
Yeah, same
Carter is.
thing.
Okay. Garrus, are you gonna do the same thing, or was there something different you were gonna do?
Garas is gonna watch this fall from happen. It's like, it's the Bull Festival all over again, and he does the same thing as Yasmera, like double movement and everything.
So shortly after Carter, Yaz and Garrus enters this clearing as well, seeing the wyvern ahead of you. The wyvern, because it would be its turn now, is injured. I mean, you have from the fall and from everything else that's happened in the arrows and stabbing, is looking a bit desperate to not really draw out a combat encounter between the four of you. But there is this still effect as like you see this chain continuing to pulse. There's something going on here, but you don't have a direct connection to it at this point to really fully understand what's going on. But what I'm going to say is the wyvern's not going to do anything. We can kind of drop out of necessarily a strict initiative for right now, and I can give y'all the chance because the wyvern doesn't do anything on its turn. So I want to know what y'all do.
First thing, Carter is going to do a heal on Venehn. But I also want to use my minor action. We're not in strict combat, but I want to use my minor action to get use the spirit sense on the wyvern.
Interesting.
Feel what it's feeling.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. So using your spirit sense. I mean, obviously, this isn't like a sapient creature. It's not. It doesn't have like very complex thoughts or emotions to necessarily read. And you're getting this. There's this sense of like, I guess maybe like fear is probably the best way at this point. Is kind of transitioned to a sense of like fear at this point, confusion. But you're getting this other sense. It's weird. It's like, in time with these pulses coming from this collar, there is like a moment each time the collar kind of illuminates, where you can sense like more of like a calming, like that fear is sort of like suppressed for that moment, and then it kind of comes back, and you can tell like maybe the wyvern's confusion is more reacting to whatever this is doing to it, like how the effect of this collar is having on it, more than it is that the presence of the four of you.
Then as Carter puts his hand on Venehn's back to do his healing spell, he'll say, "Whatever it is you are doing seems to be working." Now I'm going to roll some magic healing dice.
Okay.
It's about time. Did you hear that? You all heard that, right?
No, I wasn't paying attention. What did Carter say?
That's not what I meant to do.
It's working.
Ben, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna low to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Venehn would know how to approach hostile creatures, I think, for the most part, but like animals and like beasts at least, so low to ground, slow movements, like no weapons, like no sudden movements, and just like move very slowly until I can grab the end of the chain.
Okay. I'm not gonna have you roll to actually getting up to the chain because, like I said, the wyvern is kind of stunned for this round, given the action you took. You take the chain in your hands. Once again, you feel this connection, forming this whatever this is, this magical bond that is forming. I'm gonna have you do one more self-discipline check.
$18.
18. God, y'all are killing it with these rolls.
I rolled a
today.
6 and a 5, and
I really
3
need
plus
I need
2 plus 2. I'm just rolling really good.
Don't make things hard enough for you guys.
Please don't say that.
That
This was
is
really
not
hard.
true. We've
That
just
is
had
not-
some really good.
Yeah.
I just think I
I'm
need
just
to
rolling
hurt
really
you all
good.
more.
I
Okay,
just think
that's
I need to
fine.
try and kill you all.
No, it's good. Y'all are doing very well. Then you take this the chain in your hand and in the same spot that you had been like that your blood is now on it, and you feel this that there's a moment where you're like this self-discipline, this willpower check. It's like you can feel something like you can feel some sensation, like I said, that empathetic link between you and this wyvern. You can sense those emotions that like Carter is feeling, and as you're holding on to the chain, it becomes stronger, and you can sense this the emotions of this wyvern beginning to like ebb and flow from this like confusion, hostility, anger, but also this like calming sensation. And as you hold the chain, you kind of focus on like trying to calm the creature and trying to calm the wyvern, and focusing on that, you and everyone else around sees that kind of pulsing glow across the chain grows stronger and steadier until it finally it stops pulsing and just maintains like a long kind of beat of this steady glow to it, and the wyvern kind of shakes his head one more time, just
Benedisha,
as it calms down.
guy, find peace.
And with that kind of, there's that that rumbling in its chest that almost sounds like purring, as its head cocks towards you with those like jagged teeth, and it leans down in your direction, just and just sits back.
Here
Whoa.
we go.
That is
Yasmera
impressive.
had just been in the background reloading her crossbow, having it pointed at the ground, waiting.
Garas just looks and is like, yep, it's the Bull Festival all over again.
There we go.
What happened at that festival?
I just have to say that Copper was reacting to all of Val's.
He's
like,
having a
purrs.
great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Copper's having the best time right now.
Oh, what is that?
You want to be the? You can play the wyvern.
You gonna be the
purr.
wyvern? Copper, you the wyvern? Maybe.
No. He just wants to listen.
Yeah.
He's an observer. There you go, big guy.
Okay. So what do we do with it?
We heal its wounds.
I mean,
and
you're
we
gonna
take
take-
it home.
I mean, you're gonna be the one to take care of it.
Excuse me?
I meant to its
We-
home. It's got a den nearby the clearing.
Alright.
I
And when
do
we
not
take-
believe it would be safe even there. The soldiers of Chateau Heim have some idea of its existence.
I imagine they were using it to make sure escapees didn't escape. But if you want to take it to the winery,
I think my main concern is the moment you take whatever that thing is off of it.
the collar's not controlling its mind. It's just influencing its emotions.
So do you think once you take off the collar, is it going to be all...
I think if I take off the collar now, everything will come flooding back at once. Sorry, the music got really intense.
Sorry, I would change it, but Copper decided to give me a bath.
No, it's fine. He's busy.
Okay.
I think if I take it off now, it'll all come flooding back. I think if we leave it on for a while and actually show him we're not trying to hurt it.
I don't think anybody's actually taken the time to try to figure out what the collar does.
No, Venon's just
either.
making assumptions based on
Just say people. I
what
mean,
was in his
Carter.
brain.
Yeah, Carter's definitely interested in that collar.
If you want to take it, now that you've seen it in action, it probably wouldn't be too hard to figure out what the runes are and what they do. If you want to take a beat to
Sure.
figure that
That'd be
out.
under magic or cunning.
Just something I can wrap my head.
There is an arcane lore under cunning, but I
Yeah,
don't think
right.
I have that.
Yeah. Too tight.
I'm debating.
I do. I'm crazy. I do have arcane lore.
You do okay? That would be more appropriate, I think. Cunning.
Okay.
Arcane
Next time you're
lore.
gonna cut something, use your arm. Don't use the palm of your hand, and it's just gonna get infected and the whole.
I was
thing.
laying in a very precarious position on the ground and it was what I could reach. So I
I
tried to
know,
get the
just-
meat of it.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
It was that or the wrist, so.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
That
you
would
made the right
that
choice.
would not have. Yes, you did.
I
Pretty
got a
badass,
19.
19. Okay. So this is a pretty unique, pretty old design. I don't think there's this collar, whatever it was. This must have been made by somebody very skilled in Dwarven runes. And I doubt Carter's ever seen anything like it. But you're looking over the runes themselves, and it's a unique interpretation and a use of several runes that would be probably loosely familiar with, like a rune of valiance, which typically gives like boosts like willpower and courage and stuff, but this is more of like the effect of this being more triggered toward more targeted towards imbuing or conveying different sort of like a different emotional state of like calmness. But as you look over the rune, you get a kind of a sense of probably how it works. Essentially, the color can only be used on beasts or beings of lower intellect, without sapience. You can use this on a human.
We could put it on Garas.
Yeah. So you could use it on creatures like this. This one seems to be specifically targeted towards wyverns. And built to fit on a wyvern. And essentially the way that this would function is while the wyvern is wearing it, and like you saw with Fen, you would be able to pacify it. And sort of, I mean, probably in Carter's sense, a sort of kind of grim way of looking at it is not dissimilar to like a tranquility of kind of stripping it of emotion, but it not in the permanent sense, and in a more of a focusing on dampening sort of primal like aggression to a more like docile state. What you also know, would gather from this with your good roll is the effects would have a sort of a lingering effect over time. So a creature that wears this collar for longer would be eventually become like domesticated once the collar has been on for a bit, being more susceptible to like taking like commands and following orders.
So I think Carter at first is just clinically interested, and then he would note the similarity to tranquility with a little bit of disdain. But then I think he turns his head just a hair and makes some eye contact with the wyvern itself. And then he would turn to Venehn and say, "It is not a pet. It should not be chained."
I was the one who said we should set it free.
I agree, but I still do not believe it is safe here. We should relocate it. It is too close to civilization. It is safe neither for the humans nor for it.
You know, I think I know a good place.
So, bring it with us and find a more fitting environment?
I don't want it being used at the whim of the assholes at the castle. It's
And
not
that
right.
is certainly what this collar is designed to do.
Exactly, which is why it will come with us.
If we have this handled, I'm going to try not to get shot while I go back to the others and let them know we're not dead. Right. Still sort of backs away from the wyvern and then heads back to the cart of folks and our humans.
So Venehn, I wish to heal it of its wounds.
It's a good idea.
By the way, I healed you for 3 earlier.
Thank you.
So where did you have in mind to place it?
I believe I know. Are you prepared to make that trip?
For a good cause. The
Garas gives
regrowth
Shoulder
after
squeeze.
the fire should be healthy now.
Garas gives Venn a shoulder squeeze. We'll be there if you need us.
Lots of food for you. Huh?
Shit.
What?
So I've got a really good magic skill and a lot of like focuses and stuff, so it's really hard for me to fail casting a spell. But I just rolled 3 1s.
Okay.
I think I blow up, right?
Yeah, well, you rolled a 1 on the stunt die.
Yeah.
and
Harder
you failed
dies.
your spell casting.
Oh,
you haven't
man,
gotten
I've
to
not...
do this.
You know, you remember earlier when you said that y'all are rolling really well tonight? You were really talking to the other 3.
Yeah.
My wishes have been answered. Yeah, because if you fail a spell, yep. If you cast any spell with a requirement, casting of the roll fails, and the dragon driver's roll is a 1, a magical mishap occurs. Let's see.
I think we've only seen this with Tai Tai Baby.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's the
So I
only
guess I
time.
just roll another d6 and
I
one
think
of these things
so.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
Oh,
clear
you make a
that.
willpower self-discipline test against the spell's target number.
Oh,
Is what you make. A successful test means the caster is knocked prone with the usual consequences. That is, it takes a move action and basically like things go bad for you, but no other effects than that. If you fail the willpower test, then whatever you rolled on the dragon die shows what happens.
okay. And what did you say the focus was?
Willpower self-discipline.
Neat.
And
that.
it's whatever the test was, the difficulty was for the spell.
I did make that then.
You did make that? Okay. So what?
Lost in the Fade is an option, guys.
Yeah, it could have gone really bad. I mean, on the worst outcome is you become
It's harrowing.
you can become an abomination.
Yikes!
So you you Carter, so you were going to heal the wyvern?
Yeah.
So Carter goes up, begins to collect muttered incantation and collecting magical energy, and then as you're going to like place your hand on the wyvern, suddenly there's this backlash, and Carter is just blasted backwards and knocked prone. You don't take any damage other than that. If we were still in combat, then other things would have you would be prone for the round, and other things would have a +1 to attack you. But you're you're okay.
Garas heads over to Carter, holds a hand out to him. Are you okay? I know that's the first time I've ever seen that happen.
That was unusual.
Oh, well, help you up. You want to...
Perhaps more mundane means of bandaging the wounds may be in order.
I think that might be good for now. We don't want you to blow up again.
And for future reference, you can avoid falling over by spending additional mana equal to the spell's original cost. But I assumed right now it didn't really matter, so more fun that you got knocked on your ass.
And not turned into an abomination.
And not turned into an abomination.
Jeez.
Natural remedies it is.
Which I can also do, but I feel like we could just do like a little group work and slap some bandages on the big
the wyvern seems pacified, does not, as you kind of patch up some of the wounds that you have inflicted on it.
Venehn's talking to it the whole time.
Yeah. So, with all of that being settled, is your game plan to now go down to Cumberland with your wyvern friend?
That's a good question.
Venehn's gonna break off and take the wyvern out into the wilderness.
Okay.
I would like to accompany you if you wish to have me.
Sure.
Are you... Where exactly in the wilderness? Like, in the mountains here, or in...
I can't see...
Got the map.
Can I have
I can
the
show the
map,
map.
please? Roll is still not cooperating with me, so it won't let me look at anything by myself.
Only concern is how do you get back?
Yeah.
Same way I got there the first time. Walk.
All right. And a walk.
Dragon Age.
On the ground.
There we go. All right.
I can't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay.
The map is up.
Okay. So
y'all are... Wait, how do I ping again?
I think you just... No. I thought you could just click and hold.
I thought
can
you could
do
this. I'm
that.
doing it.
You can draw.
Yep.
Yeah. You used to be able to ping. Okay.
You can make a horrible sound.
I can. Okay, I'll do that.
I'll
No.
end your fucking life.
So yeah,
Live on stream.
That's where you're at right now. If you're looking to break off while the rest of everybody else heads back to Val Royeaux, then Val Royeaux is west of you. Yeah, the Vimark Mountains is where you are at right now, with Chateau Hein being at the easternmost or westernmost portion of it.
Oh, I see it. It's like southwest of Cumberland.
Let's see. Am I stupid?
Where was were you going to go back to the? Were you going to go back to like the Dales?
No, not all the way back to the Dales.
Okay, I was like, that's a far
But
trek.
no, when Venehn's ordeal happened, they were not too far from Val Royeaux, and that's how he ended up there in the first place.
Okay.
But that was several years ago. So that's probably out in the... I don't know if it's out in the Yeah, I was trying to do Mars out there. So.
Yeah, I would give you one thing just to consider. Wyverns tend to prefer mountainous environments.
Yeah.
Because it facilitates their gliding.
Yeah,
and
no, I don't want
hunting.
to go too far from the mountain. Sort of like essentially like down the mountain range a little bit and out into like more of the like wilderness towards that
Okay.
general direction. Because where Venehn's tribe ultimately ended up would not have been that far from Cumberland, because that's how he wandered down the Imperial Highway and ended up in Valroyo.
Okay. So probably not too far from where you're at right now.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to go on like a weeks long journey, just away from the chateau and sort of out, like really out, like into the wilderness in that general direction. Because it's been several years at this point, so like the regrowth from after like the wildfire and everything should be
Okay.
really going, and that should be good for
Well, mark for me where you're
for
thinking.
hunting. I can't. It won't let me draw on the map.
Won't let you draw?
No.
Did you click the draw?
I did. Funnily enough, before I tried to draw, I clicked draw, and I tried several different colors. But it also is not letting me like load up any images or anything, so I don't know.
Weird.
Yeah.
How about a direction? And I'll draw a little circle and you can tell me if that's close.
So I'm thinking, I can't tell. I'm having a hard time sort of parsing like the
So let me draw where
a little
Chateau
bit like
is.
north and because
This
we're like
is-
down in Cumberland, right?
This is where Chateau High is. That's where you're at right now.
Yeah, so a little bit like northeast. Sort of along the edge. I'm imagining that's like the mountain range between Chateau Hein and the Grey Warden prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like sort of around that general area, maybe like a little bit farther north, but it's it's an airborne creature, so it has a pretty good range on the mountains. But Venehn knows this area enough, or remembers a lot of this area, so
Okay.
a
So
northerly direction.
you
Sorry, I
explain
was
it-
really not trying to make this a whole ordeal. I just can't.
No, that's fine. Well, so if
Draw
Ven's
that.
about to break off and go do that while the rest go back to Coma, so Ven's gonna be traveling back to Valrio on his own, while the rest go back to with the loot.
I was going to go with Fen.
Gonna go with Ven.
Did you say you're okay with that? I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll say you reconvene with the with your fugitive friends and the loot, and then you explain to the others where you want to go. They all see that you return with the wyvern on a leash behind you, and
He's friendly
are
enough.
rightfully worried, but they trust. your
Not
judgment.
impressed.
I think it's a combination of the two.
As is usually the case. Don't worry, he's friendly enough. To me.
Okay, so what's your plan?
I'm just going to take him a bit north of here. Sort of around the mountains. It's a little wilder out there, and after the fires, they should all be regrown pretty thick by now, so good hunting grounds. I'm not going to confine him to a life of listening to me talk.
I know no one wants that. Well, you're going to be fine by yourself?
Carter's going to go with me.
Perhaps we all make it to Cumberland and we at least get you some horses.
If you insist. I don't mind walking, but I'm not mobility.
If you're not going to be taking the main road, then horses probably aren't. They're going to be. Would it be make more
Yeah,
sense
that
to get
was
horses on your way back?
The other thing.
But you could potentially pick up horses and come on your way back. However, at that point, it's probably made known that you're going to be fugitives at that point. So,
I am fine with a long walk. Horses may be frightened by the presence of this creature as well.
Who knows? Maybe some Hala have made their way down from the Dales.
I have never seen one.
It's a lucky sight. I know where we're going. It won't take long.
All right, be careful. You know, we just recently broke out of prison.
You as well.
which also I do realize you have a wyvern to ride on to get there.
Yeah,
least to
I
get there,
wasn't.
yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna mention it until we left, but could probably just take us. It'll just be the
it'll
walk
take you
back.
there. It's the walking back. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a short journey there, though.
Assuming the wyvern doesn't hunt you on your way back. But...
That's why I've been talking to it and trying to patch it up and be nice to it, because it suppresses some emotions. It doesn't erase its memories.
No. And also the effects of it, the longer the color's on, are residual for a period of time. So if it won't immediately attack you the second you take it off.
That's the hope.
All right. So Garas and Yasmera, with your illicit cargo, and Carter and Venn heading north with their wyvern
With our
companion.
acidic cargo.
The fellowship having been broken, you've now, with two of you,
We're in two towers now.
two of you heading to Mount
Mr.
Doom.
Frodo, no! Splash, splash, splash. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna leave you.
I'm not Frodo.
Well, I'm definitely not Sam, so they're all right.
I know who I would want to be. We're just talking about this on the walk back. I know who I would want to be, but I'm pretty sure Yasmera thinks me and Garas are Merry and Pippin.
You know what? That's pretty accurate.
I mean, you all are having that conversation on the walk back, and then Garas and Yasmera are having the exact same conversation at the same time as we pan over. I mean, I don't feel like I'm the Strider. I mean, Venehn actually knows his way through a forest. And that's not really
Yasmera's
my thing.
definitely the Strider, and I'm Legolas. She just doesn't want to admit it.
I mean, you're definitely the Strider, but Ven likes to think that he's Legolas, but they're nearly not Legolas. I mean, really, both of us we're basically two hobbits who just like to eat food and get high all the time.
I am not certain there is a good correlation for my personality. Saruman may unfortunately be the closest.
No, I think you're Gandalf. You did tell a joke the other day.
I did.
I distinctly remember it. What it was, who the fuck knows? But it feels like it was 2 weeks ago. I think you have to be Gandalf.
Hmm.
And I know
mean,
that she
yes.
thinks we're hobbits, but have you ever seen a hobbit use a bow like me?
I mean, yesterday we kind of alternate on who's Merry and who's Pippin. One day Ven is Pippin and I'm Pippin. You know, we kind of go back and forth the way I look at it.
I would say Venehn was definitely the Mary. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'm just saying, if I push my hair back like this, and you see my pointy ears,
I could see myself being frustrated with Garrus being a fool of a took.
yeah, I like that.
And
We are brutalizing the canon nature of Dragon Age.
Yeah.
I know. I guess now the Tolkien verse is
It's the
Exists
Tethris verse in this one.
So let's start with Garas and Yaz. The two of you head back into Cumberland before the sun comes up, arriving at the small caravan that has been, or the carriage has been set up by your bard friend, who I have already, or not bard friend, your procurer Nadine, who is beginning to bust out the stall for the sales that
I don't think we've got a slice of Nadine yet.
No, I don't
We
think
got
so.
some Reggie.
She
What's Nadine like?
we're about to find out. She sees your motley crew, the 10 of you approaching, carrying a bunch of crates, says, "Oh, it's today, isn't it? We're back.
It's today.
All right, cool. Not gonna do this now." Starts putting things away. You're
All right.
you're too short. Oh, I'm so
That-
sorry,
That kind of.
Carter. And
They'll be
Ben,
joining up with the, no, they're fine. They'll just be
I
joining
knew
up
it.
with the
I knew as
sleep.
soon as you left. I had this feeling. I did a reading. I'm gonna miss them. Do I get their share now, or do I get 5% of the total, or how does that
Employees.
work now that they're?
Yes, just starts putting shit on the car.
It's just loading up. Like, what? I don't think we planned that out, but don't worry, they are fine. They're totally fine.
It's gonna be sad not having the cute ones here. So I'm joking.
She says that as she's closing stuff up, and Yaz, 6'8", is just immediately behind her, staring down.
Whoa there. All right.
What was that?
What do you think it was?
I believe you were telling me that I'm not cute.
Guess you're just gonna have to prove it to me. She like sidesteps you.
I'll say it again. We have the best employees.
Y'all made her
They
a
know
flirt.
who they work for.
Y'all made her a flirt, and I guess I'm making her neg you now. So start loading up all the crates in the back of the wagon. She looks over your entire group. She says, "We do not have space to bring all of your friends, though."
That's what I figured. Because we
the
did
others-
get.
I think one of the others steps in. Hold on, I need their names. Y'all were talking a lot with. Is it Hegna? Was the one you were talking to the most?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That sounds right. Hegna steps forward and says, "Don't worry about it. We'll find our own way. We need to get back to Orzammar anyway and report in. I assume Dakin will be short behind. It doesn't really make sense for us all to travel with you and draw attention to this whole situation. So we'll catch a ferry across to Yadare and then down to Orzammar. So
Offers a hand. Shake.
Yeah. Shake
shakes
hands.
and says, "Really appreciate it, though. You got us out of a tight spot. I was just sort of assuming that was going to be it for us."
Well, let your boss know that they're in a tight spot. We're pretty good at getting me out of it.
I'll pass that along. The other two, Bale and Orto, are with, and I think Bale, the thief. I forgot that he had the map of the city. He helps
Yeah,
guide you
he's-
through
yeah.
it. We did that. He guided you through Cumberland. That was definitely useful and important to the plot that he had this map on his back.
I just wanted it to happen. We don't have to
Hey,
belabor the point.
That's fine. He puts his shirt back on now that you've gotten successfully where you're trying to get to, and he's like,
Hold on. I can just imagine Yasmera carrying around the shirtless guy, looking
Holding
at
in
his
front
back
of him
like
like
it's a
this.
map.
How long this man been shirtless?
Stop. Pick him up by up by his armpits.
He's putting
one
his
sec.
Turns him
shirt back
upside
on.
down.
Well, and he's facing away from Yasmera, so everyone else can just hear, this better not awaken anything in me.
He says, well, it's been fun. Thanks for the get out of jail free card. I am going to, I don't know. Seems stupid for me to start a life somewhere else, considering I've got the map of this city on my back, and I really don't want to have to cover that up with a different city, so... Guess I'm gonna just lay low here for a bit.
What are you good at exactly?
You know, stealing shit.
Is he though?
I mean,
I
in
feel
his
like somebody's
defense, he's
dropping
at least
shit.
as good as not getting caught as the three of you.
Yeah, that's true.
I am gonna pat him down to make sure he didn't steal any shit from us before he leaves, but
Whoa there, alright.
oh, shut up! I've had my hands all over your naked body this whole time reading a goddamn map. Do you steal any shit from us?
Next time. Yeah, he's got a couple of daggers pocketed away and a few other odds and ends that you're able to pull off of him.
Great.
Because what?
I let him
not
keep one dagger.
Do I not get... This is my share? I helped... I was instrumental in you all getting out. Do I not get an even cut of the loot?
No.
No, you don't.
Wow. Some friends you all are.
All right,
But-
give me 2 daggers.
But if you're ever in our neck of the woods again, come look us up.
Yeah, I'll check it out. You mentioned the winery thing, so yeah, if I'm on vacation, I'll head up that way.
A hand shake their hand. Check to see if they stole something from me.
Yeah, your watch. He took it as he shook your hand. You take it back. Ordo comes up after.
You're positive we don't want to try to convince him to work for us.
No, there are too many NPCs. I can't introduce more. I need to start making all of them unlikable.
Well, he would just go live at the winery forever, and then we would just pull him when we needed him.
Yeah.
You're already at capacity. You have to add more housing to get more into the winery. You must construct additional pods.
We
Oh,
really
darn.
should have done the tutorial.
Uh-huh.
This is what we get for hitting circle over and over again.
Ordo comes up a bit kind of sheepishly and kind of closer to like where you and Yaz and Garas are standing, and I'm still not sure this was the right decision to make, but I'm here now, so
You're welcome to come back with us. For a start. And like I said, it's plenty of opportunity to send things home. Take care of your people.
I guess I'll catch a ride with y'all towards Valroyo and then decide what I want to do from there. I can't really stick around here, so.
Of course.
All right. He heads up, or I guess you have room for one more because you're down 2, so you've got spots for for him. And the Carta members head off into the city as the sun is beginning to rise towards the dockyards to find passage across the waking sea, while Bale heads off to probably get arrested again.
He died doing what he loved.
Getting arrested.
Getting arrested.
Breaking out of prison. You all load up in the carriage with your loot, and unless there's anything else you want to do, you head back to Valrio.
Oh my god, yes, you got such a type. He sits in the cart.
What in the hells are you talking about?
Oh, you got a type. And just sits in the cart, just saying you got a type.
A blood type? What?
You know, the type of, you're into the whole, I am dark and brooding with a dark, mysterious past, and I talk in low, harsh tones, kind of
Are
type.
you making fun of me right now?
Orlo's like
Yes.
10 feet
Are you-
away.
Are you mocking the way I speak?
I'm not mocking the way you... No, if I wanted to mock the way you speak, I say, my name is Yasmera. I am stoic and tall and 10 times smarter than you. That's how I would mock the way you talk.
Everything you just said is factual.
You're really not good at this. And he says, she's like leans back in the cart.
While you all begin your journey towards Valrio, Carter and Ven hopping on the back of your wyvern friend.
Who I've dubbed Toothless.
He's got lots of teeth. He's not missing any. Got a perfect set of chompers, that one.
It's ironic. It's like calling a really, really tall person tiny.
Toothless is just my favorite dragon that I know.
Could go with Toothful.
No, I don't do that. I said what I was doing.
The two of you, God, we're gonna get so many takedowns from Pixar, or no, DreamWorks, and
I can't imagine at this point DreamWorks gives a shit.
Come at us, Kung Fu Panda.
He would.
Yeah, it's true. I don't want to fight Jack Black.
no,
I
I do
kinda
want to
do
fight,
want to
Jack Black.
fight Jack Black because I think it would be fun.
but like
It
a
would be really
sparring
fun.
match, not
Like,
like
yeah.
something serious.
To
Yeah.
spar Jack
Yeah.
Black.
No,
Like
afterwards he would
overall,
like give you
certainly
a
with
bro
the cuddle.
hug and be like, "That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
a fun way to exercise today."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start off wrestling, you end up spooning.
And then you have to make out with Jack Black. Oh no.
Oh no!
On the back of Toothless, the two of you slowly make your journey towards the former home of Venehn's clan.
One of many, just the last one.
Yeah. The journey out there takes a few days, so I'm gonna say like essentially y'all will be getting back to Valrio probably about a week after Yaz and Garas do. But it takes a few days to get there, and I don't know how much time Carter has spent out in the wilderness, but I imagine it's
Not this way, especially.
it's a different sensation. Hunting for food, sleeping on the ground, and building fires. I imagine Ven is doing most of the heavy lifting in that regard.
For all of the airs that I think Venehn does put on, and all of like the nice things that he does like in the city, like this is him. Like this is sort of his upbringing, and this is his like real skin that he's in, I think.
There's a point where the three of you two and your wyvern, are hiding behind a small ridge as a single bear goes lumbering through the the undergrowth beyond. Even a wyvern knowing not to tussle with a bear.
You
in
could
Thedas.
looking up at Toothless. I mean, you could take him, but I don't. No, I don't want to rely on having to back you up. No, you're right.
Eventually, riding
At least we're not
further
in the
north.
hinterlands.
Yeah. Eventually riding further north and to the east along the Vimark Mountains. I imagine for Venehn, there's a point where you realize that you're getting close. Like you begin to recognize the terrain. Maybe you reach a couple of trees that have these like notches carved in them that marked like the outskirts of like some of the scouting grounds for your clan while they were staying here. They're long healed over and barely recognizable under on the bark of the tree, except from someone with your keen eyes who's specifically looking for them. And as you reach this ridge looking out over the wilds below, you can see along the in this basin here, near the lowest point of it, there's a rather sizable section of the forest that has been looks like it was at one point burned away, but it's now, you can see green, like greenery now woven through it. Most of the trees there are saplings, barely 10 feet tall. Having the nature kind of beginning to right itself in this in this area, but there's a clear like scar across the ground that is across the land here that is still in the process of healing over.
As it should be. Green. What do you think, Toothless?
You can see like it kind of sniffing at the air and almost like it's like caught the scent of something and begins to like edge forth on the ridge a bit like curiously.
Go on.
Do you take the collar off of it or?
Guess this is goodbye. I'm gonna do two things.
Mhm.
Then it's gonna take out a just like out of a like an inner pocket somewhere, like a long strip of fabric that he's like previously cut off of like a tunic or something. It says, "Come here," and sort of holds it up to Toothless's nose. Huh? I probably stink. Oh, come on, you don't have to be rude. You don't smell so great either, you big venomous lug. Just gonna sort of like tie it off around one of his little talons. You'll probably immediately get rid of that, but I'm hoping maybe you'll remember this face.
Sort of sniffs down at it and then like sniffs back at you, kind of like its head sort of like bumping as you have to like stagger backwards a little bit.
Okay, I thought we talked about that, but yeah, I'll go ahead. Welcome home, buddy. I hope you love it as much as I did. Take the collar off. Loop it back around. Just in case we find another wyvern somewhere.
Yeah, you unclasp the collar, and as it does, there's like the slight vibration to it as it unclasps, which the runes begin to dim as soon as it does, and you remove it from Toothless, who kind of staggers back, just like, and then it looks at you one more time, kind of sniffing the air, looking over to Carter, and then moves back to the edge of the cliff where it stands for a moment, and you're wondering if it's just going to stay there before you see its head kind of like snap to the side, and then it cocks a bit, and then it grips the ground and then just launches itself forward suddenly, leaping 20 or 30 feet straight forward before its arms open up, its wings under its arms unfurling, and it begins to glide silently down towards the basin off into the forest below.
I would like to do the spirit sense on it one last time before it gets out of view.
Yeah, you catch the sense of like, I would say there's that like predatory instinct of like it's caught on to something and it's already looking for its daily for its meal, but there's that underlying sense of like confidence.
You have done a great thing, Sir Venehn. The creature knows it.
It is the cycle. We all live it. We all die in it. And whoever comes after us either suffers or basks in what we leave. Do you know any of the elven languages?
No. But I would be keen to learn.
Then we would say, Dareth Shiral. Safe journey.
Dareth Shira. Come, my friend. Let's go home.
Going to be a long walk. And we only got through the fellowship last time, so get ready. For the 2 towers are next.
And
So I know we're probably about to wrap up, but I want to do one more thing because
Sure.
you all liked it so much the last time I did it. The first night, after we let the wyvern go, Yasmera gets a dream.
Hit!
You in your dream, you wake up and it's early morning in the vineyard, and you step out and get
You're
your.
gonna give me like a false waking dream? Fuck
Yes.
you.
Yeah. Yep. And you get like your tea or your coffee, and you're I mentioned like standing out like maybe by a window looking out at the progress on the construction, and one of the hills just past the vineyard, the ground rumbles and then lifts up, tearing this massive space of the earth, just rips up and rears back. And as dirt and rocks and debris begin to fall from it, you see Carter's face made of all the dirt and stone and loose roots, and like rocks are constantly falling from it, and he speaks in this deep, deafening tone, and he says, "The creature has been released. We return home."
Did Carter just go full gnome king from Return of Oz?
I was thinking more of like a rock biter vibe from Neverending Story, but yeah.
That would do it too.
Yeah.
I think Yaz jolts awake like in the middle of the night after having that happen. Gets out a notebook, writes herself a note. Demolish that hill when we get back. Goes back to sleep.
Perfect. There was one thing I wanted to leave on, but I don't want to undercut the beautiful dream that just happened.
No, do it. Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Carter, you have a dream.
Oh, that's fair.
As about maybe the night after Yasmera receives her cryptic dream, you are sleeping, and you know you're sleeping because you do this so frequently, where you're living out this life in this dream with Eckert, and I'm imagining that, like, you know, you're living out your memories, but maybe I'm almost imagining like a Sandman kind of style, like you have maybe like your own house and like the future that you wish that you had with Eckert in this dream.
But it's still like weird and eerie, like staircases. That, like internal geometry that doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
Yes, love it.
And Eckert's not there right now in this exact moment. You're which isn't uncommon. Like it happens every once in a while where you will more just like enjoying yourself in your own company, and this like feeling of your emotions being returned. And you are out in this garden, and you hear this small like cottage, this sitting on this ethereal, like pleasant landscape that seems to stretch endlessly off into the distance, just with beautiful wildflowers and just nothing for miles and miles. And as you're tending to this garden, or striding through it, you hear a shout from inside the house. What does Carter do?
So first of all, I was already kind of on the same page as you with like the living out the life with Eckert, and I would imagine due to the fluidity of the dreams, the dreamscape, their appearance, both might even change a little bit subtly. So in this particular dream, instead of his long locks, Carter has a bowl cut and a mustache like a peasant farmer, and he wears like real simple clothes. He's got his pitchfork. So he hears that and he's going to turn and he's going to run into the house, see what's up.
You rush into the house, and as you burst through the door, you're not. As soon as you walk through it, you're not standing in your home anymore. Instead, you find the entire scenery has shifted. You're still outside, and you have you are now standing in a desolate like field that has been like burned and scorched away, hillsides stretching out in front of you, a river flowing west to east. Off in the distance, you can see some ships on that kind of docked or moored on that river. And in the far distance, against the what you can see is some sort of body of water, a large body of water, is a large city, a massive city that is unfamiliar to you probably, that is looming up against the horizon, and the city itself looks dark and barren and just menacing, for like it is looming in front of you. And there is this sound of like commotion around you, as suddenly you hear like like horses running alongside, and a whole like cavalry now repositioning itself off to the north. And you look behind you, and there are just columns of soldiers stretched off in the distance behind, and waving and fluttering in this sort of gray, clouded evening, morning, you can't quite tell the time, are banners that are flying, the silver griffins against a blue field of the wardens. And you turn back ahead of you, and there's one figure that is standing immediately ahead, facing this this battalion. And you hear Garahel begin to speak. He says, "All right, I don't have any speeches to give today, as I'm sure surprises many of you, but this is it. For better, for worse, this is our last stand. Thank you all for being here. We will prevail. Many of us may not return, but the lives of our families, our friends, all of those sleeping comfortably tonight, they hang in the balance of the actions that we take here today."
So Carter now has the form of what he looked like the first day he entered the circle. And I don't remember exactly how young kids often get taken to the circle, but I want to say pretty young. Is it like an X-Men puberty kind of thing, or is it like more like
it
Harry
would be
Potter
like the
really
first signs of magic that they show. So it could be anywhere between like, I think it's usually like teenagers, young adults.
young? Okay. So a younger, scared Carter will approach up to Garahel and in a quiet voice say, "Sir, what's happening?"
Looks down to you and reaches out, places a hand on your shoulder, and says, "Today is the day that we drive the archdemon back into the pits. Today is the day that we, as Grey Wardens, fulfill our oath." Fear not, for this is what we are destined to do. And as he clasps your shoulder, you can feel like that firm hand on your shoulder, comforting. And as he turns towards the city beyond and faces towards the city looming ahead of you, you notice something you couldn't see before. Driven into Garahel's back is a dagger, an identical dagger to one that you have seen previously, the one that
3 daggers stabbed into a hand.
No. This is the dagger that you were shown by Dario.
I thought that's what that one was.
Oh yeah. Well, okay, yeah. So the dagger itself with the symbol on it. Yes.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
correct.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was like, yes. The you see that same symbol on the back or on the pommel of the dagger as it's like driven solely squarely into his back. And there is blood that is pouring out of his armor and down to his feet as it hits the ground below. And along the as you are noticing this, you see the city ahead of you. This looming dark city. You watch as 2 enormous black wings unfold from the highest tower and spread across the sky, darkening it as this darkness pours towards you and engulfs the army around. And that is the end of your dream, and that is where we are going to end our session for tonight.
Ended on an upbeat. Yeah.
This is fine. This is fine.
This is fine. This is just fine. This is totally fine. You know, prophetic.
I bet the
No, we're-
Archdemon is feeling incredible right now. So
Yeah,
That-
they're living their best life.
Good for
They're just living
them.
their best
Good
life.
for
Live,
them.
laugh, love, Archdemon.
Yeah.
gaslight, gatekeep,
Keep
eat Grey Wardens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Delicious. That is going to be it for us today. So I know we're over time. Y'all still want y'all good to do stars and wishes, and then we'll call it for today.
I'm good.
Good. All right. Van, you want to kick us off?
Do I ever have a choice?
I mean, you do have a choice if you're not ready.
I mean,
call
I
it
don't
somebody
because
else.
I either go first or I volunteer to go first. It's just what always happens. So yes, I'll go first. Chat is asking a question. That was Carter's dream.
That was
as
Carter's dream.
Per usual.
I'm
My
trying to spread the weird dreams around. It's okay. I'm not going to be the only one.
Yasmera got one. Me and Garas will be expecting ours sometime in the
We're
next
expecting ours.
couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So, but yes, I'll go first. My star. It has to go to Carter. Because I mean, really, just for like the whole like extent of all of like the stuff with the Wyvern. Because Carter took a very strong stance, which he doesn't often do. And I think it was really interesting to see him sort of take that strong stance and then to realize, oh, we're on the same page. I just thought it was a really fun moment. And then the, going along with Venehn and sort of supporting that that side of Venehn that doesn't really get to come out because he has to play the city boy now, for various reasons, mostly survival. But yeah, just seeing Carter sort of, take that information into account and start to maybe, react to things on a little bit of an emotional level was really nice, and I loved it. My wish is to it's not my real wish, but my like tiny side wish for me as a player is to feel validated that you gave me the chance to have a pet and I set it free. Which has never happened in the history of me. on the internet.
I was ready for you to keep this pet.
Didn't seem
I'm
right.
proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I want a bar crawl.
Okay.
I want a team pub crawl.
I think we can do that.
I want to get everybody drunk and have them really talk about their feelings.
As long as it can end with a bar fight, I'm totally in.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
do it.
We need to like get drunk and accidentally destroy a building.
Team pub crawl.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get Yasmera drunk.
Really
We can do that.
don't know what that would look like. I'm gonna have to think about that.
I have
What
a
if-
lot of silver saved up.
What if Yasmera goes total woo girl when she's drunk?
She's bathroom girl who is just like
Yeah.
supporting you.
I love you. I love everything about you. You powerful.
Anyway.
You could do anything.
Story wise, now is absolutely not the time for it, so I'm giving everybody fair warning. That when the opportunity presents itself, that's where I'm going.
Perfect.
What can
I'm
I say?
excited. Awesome. Well, thank you, Ben.
It's Van, but
Well, Van, I was more attributing it to your characters. All right, who's next?
I think I'm up next.
Go for it.
My star has to go to Venn and Van. Venn and Van. It's just a lovely character, like, session for Venn. It was great. Not wanting to hurt the little beastie, making sure they had a good place and good home to go to. It was lovely. I loved it a lot. Thank you for sharing that lovely little side of Ben. It was great. I liked it. Also stars to literally every animal noise that Val made this evening. I was not the only one to enjoy it. Actual animals gave
Truly
their
incredible.
support to
Uh-huh.
it. It was really great. And then of course just the hey buddy, you could take on this bear. That was just
I wish I had the
Beautiful.
confidence as a GM to make animal noises like that.
so good. So good. My wish. I want. I think I'm gonna echo something that Wally said last time. I think it's less that I want Valmont to like have a full on like Ocean's 11 moment of I've been planning this the whole time, and more. I think I want to be put in the position where we actually have to help them. Like something lines up where our interests align in some way.
The enemy of my enemy.
Like a bunch of dark spawn.
Really,
Man's
so
got
many
money.
options. But yeah, and then we have to reconcile whether we just want to fucking nuke this guy or we may actually need him. I think that could be very interesting. Yeah.
I like that. Perfect.
Also seconding the pub crawl. Pub crawl. That's me.
Pub crawl.
Pub crawl.
That's fine. We can do both. Awesome.
It would
Thank you.
also sort of be like a little bit of a sort of like business espionage of like, okay, like what kind of wine do people like? Mm-hmm. I'm just saying.
It is strictly for research purposes.
We're gonna get Yasmir so drunk.
So drunk.
Thank you, Sid. Wally?
My star goes to Yasmera because any moment when Yasmera and Garas have those friend moments of where Garas is trying to like break Yasmera out of her like studious shell by making fun of her or joking with her, and he just goes over her head completely is just, I love that so much, because that's just like a sign of their relationship, that he gets away with saying these things. She just doesn't seem to get it at first, and it probably happens like hours later. She realizes what he said, and she gets back at him later on for that, but in her own Yasmera way. So yeah, I always like moments like that. I like those little moments between characters, and it really made me happy. My wish is kind of like also going along with Sid's thing, is that I would like Valmont like to even try to hire us, but he doesn't realize we were the ones who were at the Winter Palace. Like, he just heard about us, and he comes to our door honestly hiring us, and we know the piece of shit that he is, but what he comes to us with is something we can't say no to, because it would put a lot of people at risk, or enemy of my enemy kind of situation. And we have to like work with this guy, but he does not realize who we are, or maybe he does, who knows. But just that he comes to us completely oblivious of who we are. Yeah, that's my
Okay, I like it.
And also, I'm definitely thirding the pub crawl.
Love it. Carter.
I'm going to start off with my wish because I actually remembered it. And if I start off with my star, I will certainly forget it by the time I get there. So my wish is for at some point, we're going to go up against some minor baddie or something, somebody that we have wronged or hurt or purposely, like, rightfully hurt or imprisoned or something, to come back leveled up and be a greater challenge to us. I also second the pub crawl, obviously. And my star, I got to give us all a star for the Lord of the Rings scene. That was hilarious, and I loved being
Truly
in that.
some
That was
incredible
great.
simultaneous scenes happening.
Yeah, that was really fun. And then I also got to give a star to Van. This episode was so for Vin, and I loved it. And like, my star is also part of why you gave me a star. The little moments. Carter has become aware of the masks that the three of you wear, and he really empathizes with that. And so when he sees that mask slip a little bit and the softer side of any of you come out, it's really in him to try to protect that. And I love getting the opportunity to do that, and I love getting to see the squishy insides that you all have. Not on the battlefield. They should stay inside when we're doing that part.
And now Carter's had like a full week of just seeing like down and dirty, like Bear Grylls fucking wild man Venehn.
You fucked Bear Grylls?
Oh, you know what? I think Carter comes back with a beard now too.
Ooh.
Like kind of scruffy red beard.
Yeah.
That I've been out in the wilderness for a couple of weeks. Beard.
Lumberjack Carter. I love it. All right. Well, we'll probably have a little bit of downtime next session. Probably not as long as the downtime before, so definitely have time for the pub crawl before we get on to your next job. And then we will see where things go from there. But that's it for today, y'all. So thank you, everyone out there, for watching and for joining us. We should be back to our normal schedule. Thank you for the game. With us returning next Monday to continue our game. Join us in the meantime. Like I said before, we will be we'll have a show tomorrow. It's just Tuesday at 7:00 Eastern time. Squire Squad will be back and heading into homecoming. I think, or prom.
I think it's homecoming.
Is it Homecoming? But they will be having their getting close to their finale, so go join them for that tomorrow. And then rest of the week, we've got lots of other shows for you to join us with. If you want to see the full lineup, below our faces, live on Twitch, and you can see whatever we've got planned for the week ahead. So come hang out with us for all that, because we've got amazing GMs, cast, and everyone else involved to hang out with. Thank you to my lovely players for making this game as awesome as it always is. And thank you everyone out there in the chat for watching. We will see you all in 1 week. And until next time, good game and good night, Internet.
Bye, Mom. Love you.